Now, as with all my videos and reviews, I always like to try to give some insight or some kind of improvement on the basic weapon system. As you see, I have a number of accessories I've added. Now, that's just going to just help you in terms of tactical things. So you have a light, laser, red dot, etc. But I'm more going to talk about things that will improve the performance of the gun and to help you on the field you play. Okay, now the first one I'm going to go over is the FPS. Now, as I mentioned before in the review, the FPS of this gun is, on a nice kind of warmy day, it's going to shoot around 430 to 440 FPS, which is much higher, at least in the United States where I am in Southern California, that no field is going to allow me to shoot this gun. Even though it's small and it's relatively tiny and everything like that, this gun shoots 400. And then most people, they're just going to look at the chrono and say, you know what, you can't use that in this field. So there's a couple solutions that you can do to remedy that. First, KWA sells a nozzle which you can replace inside the bolt carrier group. You would have to take down the gun from the rear. I'm sure there's a few online sites that show you how to do that. And you would take it out, replace it, put it back in, and then I believe it shoots about 330 if I'm not mistaken, but I'll have to check. I'll place it in the video and check it out to confirm that. The route that I chose to go is you can spend a little bit more and gain some adjustability is the RA Tech nozzle or NPAS for the MP7. I ordered that. And again, I don't remember exactly the price of that, but you can place it in this. You would take it down the same way as you would replace the nozzle, put it back in the valve, and now you have adjustability in terms of your FPS. The funny thing is, though, that this gun was shooting 430 at the max setting of the RA Tech NPAS for the MP7 is below 350. So for me, that was exactly what I wanted anyway, so because I was going to use this as a close quarters CQB, sometimes in a field, but not in a large field. So that was perfect for me, right? And so the RA Tech gives you a tool, it allows you to adjust it. Now, some of you may want to go below 330, maybe even 300 or sub 300, which the NPAS will do. Okay, so that's the first adjustment if you want to do that. Okay. Now, another adjustment that you can do, an improvement you can do, is for me, I noticed that when I was using this gun, that especially when I have kit on, whether I'm wearing armor or chest rig, I noticed for me that this stock length felt a little bit long for me. It kind of stuck my arms out a little bit farther than I like to, especially in the close quarters. I like having my arms nice and tight in when I go around the corner, have the weapon before me, and I'm not really showing too much before I go around the corner, so my opponent isn't anticipating that. Okay, so what I did is what you can do. If you notice right here, I've added a notch here, right here on the top part, and another one on the bottom, right? And just make sure when you do this, make it even. You get a file or a Dremel or something, and this allows me to get another adjustment point, so I can bring the stock in a little bit closer, the weapon closer to my chest. So right now it looks, it's kind of tight, but imagine if I had some chest rig or a plate carrier, and then it would be just right. Okay, so that's something that you can do. You can do this as much as you want in terms of if you wanted more adjustability. Who knows? Okay, so that's another option that you can do. Okay, so I mentioned you have the the FPS, the stock adjustment. Okay, now another feature that you can do to help your gun is the sling attachment. Now, KWA, which copies the H&K design, they have these little tiny plastic I guess they're holes or attachment points where you can stick like maybe a steel ring and put in there, and then attach your sling. All right. Right now I'm using the Magpul MS2 sling, in which you would have to place a steel ring into it and then attach that point. The only problem that I have with that is that this is plastic, and I don't like placing any kind of load-bearing attachment point to that, because it's just plastic. Imagine running around and as you're attached to this point and then you hit something and then your weapon system falls off because of this plastic part, right? Now there is a way that you can to remedy that, okay? So my solution to the sling problem is that I bought this sling attachment from Toy Soldier, and you can see it's really nice sling swivel attachment. It connects to the top part. You have to remove there's a screw in the rear of the wrist on the top. You remove that, place that in, and then you have two screws that go through the rear of the receiver, the body of the gun itself. So it's extremely secure. It's not just hinging on the plastic. It's going through the rear of the gun itself. So no matter how abusive I am, that this is not going to come off, and I have extreme confidence in that. And not only that, but it's got a little cool HK MP7 sling swivel trademark right there. So that's kind of neat for those of you that want to go the extra mile and, you know, just complete the look of the gun. Okay, so and this attachment point is large enough where I can attach my MS2 sling to the rear. Attach it like so. And there we go. See that? Nice. I can go this way if I want to switch shoulders, which most of the time I'm going to have to do if I'm approaching a corner to my right. Switch hands, go over, same thing. So I want to switch back, go back, over. So it's a nice, in terms of using my firing, my regular firing shoulder or my reaction side. Either side will work well. Okay. And my last improvement is a cosmetic one, but I mean, when Airsoft, you know, a lot of things in Airsoft for looks anyway, but you know, I mean, it's just for fun, and mostly I don't try to take it too seriously. You just try to have a good time, and you know, you're replicating a few looks. I know that this is kind of replicating like a SEAL team dev crew look, you know, but I think it's cool. And which is the thing you can add is this suppressor, okay? Now this suppressor, again, like the Sling Swivel, has the trades H and K, SD, MP7A1, 4.6 millimeter. Okay, that's the real caliber of the real steel. So that's just there for looks. When you buy it, it's there's a 6 millimeter sticker. You can take that off and then show the real caliber to give it that real steel look. It's a quick detach. So what they do is they give you a new steel flash hider. The one given to you is not steel, it's like a pot metal or something. So you will remove that. Be careful though, you're going to have to place some heat on that. So just be careful. You can take it off. It's going to take a little bit of work though. Unfortunately, my original flash hider, I pretty much destroyed getting it off, but you know, thankfully VFCs provide you the steel one which replaces that. So it's a quick detach, so you just place in the front, right here, press this part down, like that, in, like that, and then place it back on the top, and then you're good to go. And then now you've completed your look of a suppressed MP7 with lights, lasers, red dot, sling swivel, etc. Okay? Thoughts on the KWA MP7? Overall, I just think it's a great gun. It's extremely fun to shoot. Lots of noise, minimal recoil, great looks. It has all the trademarks, license from H&K. I don't think you can ask for much more than that. Great weapon in terms of if you're just going to use it as a secondary, and even you can use it as a primary if you're going to. I mean, this is my go-to gun when I go to CQB type environments, indoor playing fields. This is my go-to gun. As some of you have seen my WE M4 video, as awesome as that is, this I greatly it's just better suited for that type of environment, even though that one is a Mark 18s type style. In terms of value, at the time when I purchased this gun, it was about under $250 for the gun plus 2 magazines. So it was just a phenomenal deal, and some of you guys probably taking advantage of it. I certainly did, and I don't regret it one thing. I haven't had any issues with this gun whatsoever. And it's a great type of weapon. So thanks guys for watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, and I'm looking forward to do a couple more down the road. And as always, thanks for watching again. God bless you guys.